start the podcast. I was like, I don't know if I want to do it anymore right now. I was a week late anyways because the world's on fire, but we'll get to that in a second. But I was very self-conscious because I've been waiting for some segments to come in tonight, and I'm tired. I don't know if we can zoom in on these. You probably can't, but if you looked at these hands, they're dirty. No, don't worry about them. They're dirty, and I'm covered in cuts because I started cutting grass again. So I'm up at 5:30 every morning. You can probably see the bags under my eyes. And I've been balancing that plus and back with the beer company. I got back today, and I'm a little tired. And then I was like, I'm just going to push through. I'm going to challenge myself to keep doing this. And I needed some segments to come in, and they're not. And that's fine because people are so busy. And I wanted to make this podcast easy. I didn't want to make it a stressful thing. It turns out, come the 5th episode, it's stressful as fuck. I'm so tired. I don't even know. It's almost like the last episode we said we don't even have haters. I've lost. So the first episode had 121 views. I have 26 subscribers. I haven't lost any subscribers. First episode 100 and whatever views. The 4th episode 26 views. Right? It's like people go, yeah, he's starting something cool, and then they watch it and they're like, fuck that guy. It's okay. It's just a little bit of self-loathing time with Scotty does know. And we're back, baby. We're back. I don't do this for you. I do this for me. I don't do it for anybody else. That's wrong. I'd be so ignorant to say something like that because I definitely need validation from other humans. That's who I am. I care about your opinions. I care if I have harmed you or if I have done good to you. But yeah, that brings me to just another episode of Scotty Does Know. And I didn't even finish what I was saying, but I thought I looked stupid. And Renee goes, yeah, don't wear a hat and fix your hair before we start. Because the hat makes gives a shadow and makes your face look long. Dark. Look how dark I am. Very tanned right now, eh? Yeah. But I have this weird scalp tan line. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I took last week off. Mostly because even now it doesn't feel right putting a podcast out as a privileged white male, because I will not deny that I am that. We are privileged white humans. We've grown up like that. And I will never know the fear of going for a jog and being scared in your own neighborhood, which is very real for people. And I decided to take that week off because I didn't think it was right. I didn't think I was in the realm of. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a kid from a suburb in Newmarket, and I am nowhere near an activist or have any platform to reach to people like the people who do have platforms that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers that listen to them. But I thought to myself, that doesn't make a difference to me, because if I can still help spread love and knowledge to the minimal numbers or maximum numbers that I do have, I should do that, because that's my job as an artist. Because my art that I do as an actor and as a musician and as a newly podcasting guy human. That all comes from black culture, and I just find it. I'd find it. I'm at a loss of words, which I should be because I'm not as educated as I thought I was. Which you all should take a look in the mirror and see that too. And if you are educated, continue to help and continue to educate others and help people like me, because I want to help. I want to do what I can. And that's where I'm going to start this episode, because I just want to, if you haven't heard these names, you do need to know them. And we're going to start with, I'm just, you could totally stop right now watching this if you want to, because if it's too uncomfortable, that's fine. You should never have subscribed or watched my videos to begin with, because being uncomfortable is where you should be living right now, in your body, in your mind, and in your soul. Live uncomfortably and do everything you can to make that uncomfortableness morph into educated knowledge. That might have just sounded stupid. But I'm trying, and I need to try harder as well as everybody else does. And by no means, like I said, I don't have a platform to be an activist. I don't have people who look to me for guidance. But if you are someone that's watching this right now and does need the guidance, then maybe I can help. And that's all that I mean. You just got to do something. Stop being a fucking ignorant human, no matter what color you are, and just try. Okay? So I'm going to go through some names right now. George Floyd, 46 years old. What was he doing? Allegedly tried to use a counterfeit $20 bill. You all know the stories. I just want to go through these names because it's tough. Breonna Taylor, 26 years old. Tatiana Jefferson, 28 years old. Aura Rosser, 40 years old. Stephon Clark, 22 years old. Botham Jean, 26. Philando Castile, 32 years old. Alton Sterling, 37 years old. And forgive me if I'm pronouncing some of these. It's Michelle Cousseau, 50 years old. Freddie Gray, 25 years old. Same ages. Tanisha Fonville, 20 years old. Eric Gardner, 43 years old. Akai Gurley, 28 years old. Gabriela Navarez, 22 years old. Tamir Rice, 12. Playing with a toy gun in a park. Within 2 seconds of arriving at the park, Officer Timothy Lohman had fatally shot Rice. Police then tackled his 14-year-old sister, Tajai, to the ground, handcuffed her, and put her in the back of a police car. It took 4 minutes for officer to administer first aid to Wright. He to Rice. He died in hospital the following day. And so he's 12 years old. And now people who are like, oh, looting and rioting is bad. Why are you doing? You fucking idiots. Do you not see this change? I could, like, literally, I could go on. There's and it takes people tried peacefully kneeling. No one listened then. Are you going to listen now? Okay? Are you going to listen now? Just do your part, please. Everybody do your... It's like... Oh, I feel so stupid trying to, like, actually talk about this stuff because I'm so uneducated and I'm trying really hard. But it's like teaching your kids to pick up after themselves. Don't throw the garbage on the ground. Bad for Mother Nature. Don't be a racist because it's bad for being a fucking human. The only color that matters these days is green. And that's the color of money. Okay? I don't know what else to say. And I'm not trying. Oh man, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I just saw my girlfriend with her new boyfriend, and I'm covered in a pizza stain. You know what I mean? Like, hi, how are you? And we should feel uncomfortable, right? We should at this time. You should feel uncomfortable. You should feel like you just pissed in your pants and you're walking in public and you're walking around scared. Because you should. Because as a white privileged human, most of the people who are listening and watching this podcast are. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to speak for all of you because I don't know all of your stories. But I'm going to say we don't know that fear of just going to the corner store and fearing for yours or your children's lives. And yeah, I started the episode with that because if I didn't, no, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I love you guys. And this show is also about spreading love and happiness. And I wanted to do the educating part first. Okay, but if you are a frequent listener, if you frequently listen, all the episodes are back now on SoundCloud. Sorry to all my my dedicated SoundClouders. That's up. And so today's episode is actually going to be pretty long, to be honest. And this is kind of where I wanted to get this show at. Where I had guests, real humans that I can pick their brain and they pick mine. And I have a guest on today by the name of Mitch. And when we get there, you'll see he's a absolute treat, to be honest. He'll be on. He's going to be a frequent guest. I keep hitting my nostrils on that. It looks cooler, though, doesn't it? Right, Renee? Renee's still here. Renee, literally, it's, what time is it? 8 after 10. Renee's been waiting up for me. I can't thank her enough because I've been waiting for people to send. It's fine. I'm not going to complain anymore. I got to realize that this is my show. I thought I was better when other people talked, and I think it will be when we get to my interview with Mitch. He's a local Halifax comedian. We get into some stuff. I talked to him for about an hour and a half, so this episode's going to be probably longer than you've ever seen. But first and foremost, the first segment is Haunted. Haunted. And we're going to a spot that's pretty close to the Keys, the Key to Ballas. It's actually in Key to Balla. It's actually in Key to Balla. Stupid idiot. Fucking dummy. If most of you are from the area of Ontario, you know that Nikita Bell is probably one of the best music festivals. That's like every other weekend. It's not technically a music. I mean, it is a music festival, but I always think of music festivals as like a rave in the middle of the forest in New Brunswick called Future Forest. Shout outs to my family. Bala Bay Inn, Bala. This Muskoka hotel is infamous for unexplained activity. Okay, then if it's unexplained, then why are they? How is there more? If it go, this Muskoka hotel is infamous for unexplained activity. Period. That's the end of that segment. No, numerous spirits, including musician and writer E.B. Sutton. Oh, earphones. Okay, earphones plugged in. Who's E.B. Sutton? Let's see this. So, the writer E.B. Sutton are said to be permanent residents. Flying objects, television sets turning on by themselves, mysterious voices and footsteps, and rattling doors are just some of the reported incidents. Ooh, I like the floating objects thing, eh? That's a thing? I'm going to open that. I want to figure out who E.B. Sutton is. Sorry, everyone. Usually I'm I'm not very good at talking right now. I'm so tired. I also think I might have had a little bit of a stroke. Watch, E.B. Sutton's not even going to be a person. Okay. Well, that didn't work. E.B. Sutton. Ooh. E.B. Sutton, original owner of the Bala Bay Inn, who died here in 1916 and is still seen looking out the top floor windows. I like that. This is a good one. This is a really good one. Okay. Okay, that's dumb. Literally, so I clicked that and it took me to buying a domain. So I could buy the balabayinn.com. But travel news and guides. This is a travel site. This cool old mansion is pretty cool. Oh man, this is cool. So this is one, Renee. I'm gonna get you. So you'll definitely be part of like the film crew, and when the parks open, I'm gonna need you to come with me and Em out to those places and check them out, because this one actually sounds pretty damn cool. This Muskoka hotel is infamous for unexplained activity, and I made fun of it. And then it goes, the numerous spirits, including musician E.B. Sutton. But the thing is, E.B. Sutton used to be the owner. Okay, I get it. But flying objects is what I really like, because we haven't heard that yet. Like something just being like, and you're like, oh, shit, knocks in the head, right? You can.
Oh yeah, if I saw something flying, I'd be like, I want to get a picture of that, but at the same time, run. Do you think it would even work? Like, I'm trying to get a picture, and it just goes.
Next thing you know, you're the crazy one. You go back to town. You're like, I saw flying objects, and they're like, put Renee in a straitjacket and send her to the. Okay, idioms for idiots. As right as rain. Okay, so rain's good for plants, but rain is cold, it's wet, and it's often inconvenient. Right as rain doesn't make sense to me. You're like, that guy's good. He's good as rain. Still doesn't make any sense to me. One fry short of a Happy Meal? Has anyone ever figured out what the equivalent or proper amount of fries per fry basket per meal? Like, you'd have to go from a Happy Meal to a small fry, medium fry, large fry, and have the number of fries per basket. So that's stupid. And neck and neck, if you're neck and neck with someone, if you're racing someone, it's the top of your head that crosses the line first, you dumb idiots. That was redundant. Saying dumb idiots is stupid too, because it's the same word. Both. I just said the same thing. Twisted Tea Raspberries out. It'd be nice if I got sponsored by them. I'm so scared. Right?
Tell them what Dad calls Twisted Teas.
Smash teas. They're not smash teas, Dad. They're twisted. Okay. Oh, now, you know what? I think now's the best time ever to do this. So, I want to set you guys up and set you humans and people up, and I just... Oh, yeah. I'm going to put down at the bottom here. I have a couple links here that I wanted to throw up. It's a black-owned businesses in the Greater Toronto area. And I've been looking at some of these, like, if you're not going to these places, you should be. For your regular daily, I felt like that was a good thing because I feel like people aren't supporting them. I know people are trying to support local during the crisis of COVID, but I think we should all go above and beyond it just because Black Lives Matter. I'm sick and tired. Yeah, I'm just sick and tired of that they haven't mattered. So I'm just going to do, yeah, that's another thing I want to post. So you'll see the link. I also have some areas where you can email the local DA's office for the places of some of those cases that have been unresolved, that you just voice your concern. You know, just be like, fucking do something about this. Hey, DA, open this case. Like, don't swear, though. I asked my friend who got me on it, Keaton, my boy. I was like, can I swear? And he's like, no, you can do what you want. But I'm like, nah, that's probably not a good idea because they won't take you seriously. So don't swear. Just try to be properly grammatical. Politically correct, but grammatically correct. Because people don't take people seriously if you don't have good punctuation. I'm telling you right now. If I read an email that says, hello, Scott, period, and then starts a question. No, comma goes after my name, not a period. You're starting an email. Now I'm not reading the rest of it, you dummy. Okay. I'm going to do my Scotty Knows a Thing or Two today is going to be on Bill Withers' Grandma's Hands. And from now on, I'm going to only feature black artists. Because I have to, I don't know why. Actually, DMX was my second episode. So, but Bill Withers, The Temptations, Chet Berry, Muddy Waters. You got to know that music came from that. Blues, like the blues came from that. So I wanted to do this segment on Grandma's Hands. One, because I miss both of our grandmas, and the lyrics to this song are so true to most grandmothers. And I mean, Bill Withers' father was born into slavery. Back then, and then so him and his mom were left together, and he was he just said that he when he attended church with everyone, there was this type of singing that was just clapping along with hymns, and people were, it was spontaneous, and there wasn't scripted lyrics. He just said it just came from the heart. I think that's badass. And if you listen to his music, obviously you know Lean on Me and It Ain't No Sunshine, but Grandma's Hands, who was ripped off, who has that beat has been used by many amazing artists like Blackstreet, No Diggity, Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. I got carried away there. But that is the song. And also it's produced by Booker T. Booker T. Jones, who is Booker T in the MGs, which has Green Onions. That just makes me... that's going to be another song. Green Onions. Everybody knows that one. So yeah, I wanted to do that, and I don't know, Renee. What, like... That's a good idea, right? Yeah. From now on, only do black artists that we like. You got to give me some, too, that you like. Maybe a good song that your friends might like, too. Because I want to hit all the groups. I want to hit old, young, new, newborns, babies. Oh, my gosh. And also... So the merchandise, people, it is coming, okay? I remember last episode was like, it's not coming. I'm like, I hope people don't think I'm scamming them. It is coming. They are so far behind. I chose a local Canadian small mom and pop shop to do it because that's what I prefer to do, and I am in contact with them. It is coming, and I will get your sweaters, your shirts, whatever it is. I'm going to get mugs. I'm going to get making some mugs. This is a Beaver Lumber mug, which if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna get that stuff for you guys. I promise. I'm so sorry. And now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into my interview with Mitchell, Dart Mitch, Justin Timber, Dart Lake. He's a great guy, honestly, and I know a lot of you people out there will be like, "What the hell happened to this audio and video?" Well, because it was my first time recording a Zoom call, and he was on his iPhone and I was on my HP laptop, and I should have been on my iPhone because it would have worked, because I didn't know that you could screen record an iPhone Zoom call as well as but it's an hour and 15 minutes long. Some of the video is a little off on his audio. His audio is perfect. I just look pixelated, and it's fine. Because the content, the talk we had was great, and I think if you're an artist, a creator, anything, just a human being, you'd like to listen to this. Okay, so let's get into that right now. Here's my interview with Mitchell Touesnard.
Did it work? I can't hear you. No. Oh, it's like you were muted. Now you're unmuted. Try again. Talk. Check one.
Well, okay.
Oh, heyo, I can hear you.
You can?
Yeah.
Well, okay, then screw all this shit, man. You know what? You know how much money I've spent so far on all this?
And it doesn't work?
It works.
But
It
like
works
it's
for
the bullshit.
it works for like making the podcast and stuff, and like recording me and the guys make our music, and like I bought all this stuff. Like there's a stand here. Like it would have looked so much more sick if if I had this and then like these on too, and like we were chatting and stuff.
Dude, most of the big podcasters don't even use that shit anyways.
I know. Why are you sideways though? Are you landscape right now, or are you?
A manscape, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can deal. Well, actually, that's probably better because I'm gonna just record the whole thing. Hey. Well, everyone, we're here with the fuck this thing.
Here, do a proper intro. Do a proper intro.
Yeah. Thanks for. Okay, so everyone, this is
What's
This is
that?
actually, to be honest, this is the first real interview with a person that's not playing a character. This is himself. This is Scotty does know, and he's on the first. Literally, it's probably this is my 5th episode, so now he's the first guy coming in. And if I could pronounce his last name, I always call him Mitch Touesnard. But actually, you know what? I call him AKA Dart Mitch. I call him AKA Young Dart. I call him AKA Young Justin Dartmouth Lake. This kid's a rising comedian in Halifax. It's tough enough even to be a comedian, let alone do it in Halifax. Actually, a good friend of mine. So let's welcome him in, and everyone clap your fucking hands.
Oh my god, this is so good to be here. Thank you. This is like,
You know what? It's a pleasure to have you. Cheers. Okay?
you were just frozen there for a second.
I know. You were too. I told everyone in my house,
God.
get the fuck off the Wi-Fi! I said 10
Technical
minutes
difficulties.
at least! I live in my house. I live in my parents' basement.
Oh, I love technology.
Is it working for you?
Back.
I see you perfect. Is that rosé?
Yep, it's actually a local rosé.
I like that. What's it called? Where's it from?
It's from Lake City Cider, which is it's down the street actually. I don't even have to take any lefts or rights.
No?
Straight
At
shooter.
all?
Not even a single one. And yeah, it's a dark side rose. Apples in it, I think.
Oh, so it's an apple cider. It's not like a pear cider or a watermelon cider.
Dude, I know nothing about alcohol, but I
don't either, man. I just honestly, so I'm drinking a Georgian Bay strawberry gin soda smash soda. It's literally Georgian Bay strawberry gin smash soda or strawberry gin soda smash soda.
I think the name's too short.
I think it's redundant. And look at how the strawberry looks.
Yeah, that's fucking vagina. Serious vagina territory.
That's what I said too. Nice. And then this was my
Picture
other one.
head out of the gutter, Baker.
I know this was the other. But look, in my head,
it's literally hangover in a can. I've
I
had one of
know.
those before. I would say drink that one first, because if you drink it second, I find if you're not following it up, you're gonna just immediately get a hangover. Like, what time is it there? Yeah, you're gonna get a hangover before midnight.
I know. Usually I'm in bed, but it's a weekday. I gotta be in bed. I gotta be in bed in like 2 hours. What do you? Fuck, man. I gotta get up early. Okay. So I want to ask you. Actually, I have some things. I have some questions for you. Hold on. Hold on. This one's good. Because you're on your rosé right now. Fuck, Mary, kill. Rosé, vitamin water with vodka, any flavor of your choice. White Claws.
Kill vitamin water with vodka.
Okay.
And now I'm thinking about that might be good. So I'm speaking too soon, but like I kind of like a little fizz in my drink. So
Right.
I feel like that'd be a pretty flat, but that might even be better because you could just guzzle more. So honestly, I'd probably fuck it just to try it out, and then I'm
Okay.
definitely marrying White Claws, and I'd probably kill rosé because I'm on a rosé phase right now, but I could definitely fucking kill it.
Okay. That makes sense. I like that. I was gonna say, I honestly thought I totally called you marrying rosé or marrying White Claws. What flavor though?
I think it's just like a hype thing, so I don't even know, but like they're all pretty good. Like there's no flavor I don't like at all, but the lime one, like that just tastes like Sprite to me, and like doesn't give me the heartburn. The Blue Lobster vodka sodas. You ever have those?
Okay, the Blue Lobsters just got to Ontario, so yeah, I have. They're fantastic.
Yeah, the vodka sodas. Yeah, they taste awesome. Actually, you know what? Some of the flavors I don't like, but the classic kind of
The lime
7-Up
one?
style, that
lime?
one's awesome, but
Yeah.
it gives me such terrible heartburn. Yeah, I think it's
Fucking
lime,
get
yeah.
that light over there.
Heartburn in a can. And then there's another one that tastes like, it's like green. I don't even know what it tastes like.
You know what? Oh yeah, but it's
I'm
the
totally
lime.
blanking.
Isn't that the lime one?
Yeah, there's a lime one, and then there's another one with like blueberries in it, and I think
Oh,
it just tastes like grass though. It's so weird.
ooh, grass. Okay, I'm done that. That doesn't taste that good, to be honest.
Did you chug it?
Well, because when I couldn't get all this shit working, and then all of a sudden now the Wi-Fi is not happening, and I couldn't get this working, I started drinking more heavier, faster.
I feel you. I'll catch up.
Okay, that's all right. I have more drinks. I have whiskey upstairs, but nah.
Oh, I got 2 bottles of these, bro. They're only $12 a bottle
For the whole thing?
for the whole thing.
The whole thing.
12 buckaroonies, and it's cool. They have like a window set up, so you just walk up to the window. Which honestly, I wish most businesses worked like that before the pandemic, because like the whole opening the door and you got to hold the door for people, and then you got to like walk around, even though you know what you want. Like, it's so bullshit.
Well, I'm like that with the ice cream stores now.
I'm just like such a bad browser. I end up fucking impulse buying, so I have to smarten up. I almost impulse bought some Air Force Ones today, like, you know, the low cut all white ones, like the all white G phases.
Yes.
You know, it's a sick shoe, and I used to have a pair that I got from a buddy, but like I never bought a crispy fresh pair before, so I was like, fuck it, that'd be so sick. So I called Foot Locker and I was like, yeah, I know you can't hold shoes, but like I'm gonna come in 10 minutes if you have my size. And they're like, yeah, we have it. And then I get there and they fucking sold it, dude.
They sold it?
Yeah. So I drove to the mall for no fucking reason. And then like I was at the mall and I was like, now I have to get Taco Bell. Like I can't just come to the mall and not get Taco Bell. And like, bro, I've just been eating way too much lately. So I fucking went to Taco Bell and like I saw these like young teens, like these young teen girls. They must have been like still in high school, and they all had the same shoe on, and it was the low cut white Air Force One.
Right.
And I was like, dude, this is trippy. This is a sign. So I think I shouldn't have done it.
So my little sister, she wears those. She wears them all the time. She loves them. She's 20, but she's 22. She's 22. So she's not
okay.
She's not little anymore. But I totally agree, dude. That shoe is sick. I think they look great.
I'm glad she wears those instead of those fucking Fila dinosaur shoes. Those are so gross, dude.
Oh no. So my ex wore those. And
oof.
Yeah, so she was one of those ones where like I spent like $500 on Valentine's Day and knew right away that she was gonna dump me. Like was one of those girls.
Brutal.
You know what I
mean?
Dude,
I think it's so funny, sneaker culture, and how it's like when I was growing up, it was such a cliche that it was like girls love shopping, girls love shoes. And now it's like dudes in their shoes. It's insane. Like the whole sneaker game is like worth billions of dollars, and like fucking
you've seen seen that kid on that whatever it was that YouTube thing, that YouTube video of the kid. He's like 18 years old. He works with DJ Khaled now or something like that.
Yeah, everyone. It's crazy. That kid is nailing it.
Fuck me, man.
But I think he got lucky. Like his parents were like loaded and gave him like a startup fund, and he just like got lucky with a few sales, you know? Like he probably wasn't making money for a while.
You don't think he was a lemonade stand kid? Like
maybe it's just from jealousy, but like I feel like to get lucky that young, it takes luck and work ethic. Like I'm not saying he sat on his ass. Obviously he was making deals, but I feel like he wasn't making like a lot of money at first, and he had his parents to kind of subsidize his losses at the beginning. Because like you can make a lot of money off sneakers, but like to get a good pair, you need like $600 or something at a time. It's just like, I don't know. I was never good with money, so maybe I just don't understand it. But I think it's cool. Totally, I think it's cool. I think it's crazy.
Badass. I can't figure out a way to monopolize anything at the moment except for myself. Like that's the only thing I know how to sell is myself.
Dude, did you know that they banned flavored vape juice in Nova Scotia?
Yep. I heard, but don't you have your backups? Because look, dude, I don't know what you're on, because you're on that. I'm on the Vipe. These things come in so many fucking flavors.
You like the Vipe?
Yes, and it's.
I have one. I hate it.
But like this style, not the other style. Like the vape. This is like the Vipe, right?
Let me go get mine. I'll be right back.
I like these.
So like I have the same one, right?
Right. Okay, yeah.
And like
That's
the
exactly
flavor that it came with was so gross.
Oh, was it like original or like one of the minty ones? You can't fuck with anything but mango. The
This
mango
is
wonder.
mango. Yeah, this is
Really?
mango wonder.
Oh, you don't like that one?
Dude, it
That's
tastes like
hilarious.
garbage.
I
Yeah.
can't see
I
the
can't
vanilla.
fuck with any other vape but Juul. I can't fuck with any other vape. And I have to get people from Newfoundland and fucking Ontario to mail me Juul pods now. And I can't even drive to fucking New Brunswick and buy them myself.
Well, what I'll do is don't worry, we're gonna get sponsored on this show. It's gonna be sponsored by flavored Jewel Pods, and then I'll send you I'll fly you some with a brand new fucking pair of Air Force Ones.
Dude,
Next
Nike
question.
sponsorships or no when you made it? Yeah, sorry. Keep going.
Next question.
Fucking,
I don't
such an
fucking
off-track
care.
guy.
No, this is how I want it. Okay. I don't want to go to that question because it's so basic. Let's do some. Oh, what's your favorite tattoo you have?
Oh, the Mike Tyson one. So easy.
Yeah, your favorite. It has to be your favorite. Show it. Okay.
Fuck.
Nope, you're good. Yes. Yes. So all your work's probably is everything mostly done by Des, or there's other people filled in there, right?
Des did a lot of them for sure.
Yes.
Because like he gets a little pissed if I cheat on him.
Well, see, that's the thing, man. I just like my legs getting filled, and I started finding a guy here that I liked, and then he moved to Richmond Hill, which is a 35-minute drive for me. And I'm not like and to be honest, I find another guy. He's a good friend of mine, and he just started, and he's just as good. And I feel the same way. I don't understand. I don't understand that concept of being like your body's mine now.
I mean, just because like artists, like I follow a lot of tattoo artists who post like a video, and it's like this whole sleeve is done by me,
Right.
and like I think that's what they want. I think they want just like to have like a whole section of someone's body, their whole composition, just to look really nice and be like,
even if it's a flash piece.
100%.
Okay.
And like,
because that's my style is like honestly, my style is the same thing as yours. It's pirate. It's literally like I'm a pirate, like traditional, neo-traditional flash guy. That's all I like.
I love it so much. Yeah, and
Dude.
like, it's just so like, dude, this is actually this is a artist. He has like a brand called Take to the Grave, and he does like sick clothing with his flash on it. And like this is like just these flowers are so sick. Thick black lines.
If I was gonna get a chest piece, I always told myself, because I'm half American, right? So I've always wanted the classic, like the eagle. I would get
it's
if
just
I was
so timeless.
Yeah,
but like
you're so right, so timeless.
Yeah, but that's Take to the Grave. It's sick. Yeah, I got an eagle right here.
I fucking love that. Yo, show the snake. Show the new one that Des did.
Literally just got this.
So he drew that on. That's fire. Yeah. That's fire. Oh
Desmond
my god.
did the snake and he did the lady and he did the spider web.
Oh, you got a web now. That's hype.
Dude, webs are so basic, but I feel like webs are just like it's like an all-white Air Force One. It's just a classic.
They are classic. They're classics for people who are in jail.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, new hat time, new question time. Yo, I'm wearing. Yo, fucking had this forever.
Bad Brains.
I've had this forever.
Dude, that's so sick.
I've had that forever, man.
Dude, I saw that logo on the Pro Skates shirt before I've heard of Bad Brains because I'm a child.
That's amazing. Okay, so what made you want to start comedy, dude? Seriously though, like what? Like was it? Is it a narcissistic thing, like me being I'm not narcissistic for being an actor and want to start this, but is it like, what is it? Is it an inner thing?
Dude, I don't know. Narcissist, that's an interesting, you could just do a deep dive on that. Like, are you doing it because you're narcissist?
I mean, narcissism in a way, that's exaggerating that the way I'm saying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're exaggerating it, yeah.
I'm exaggerating.
But some people take that seriously because there are so many, that's like such a cliche for an actor to be like so in love with themselves and yada yada. But I feel like there's a separation. Like there's actors who are like, okay, I need to focus on myself and be this role for this, or be this character for this role.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's almost selfless. Like if you just went in and kind of like phoned in the lines and didn't really give a shit, I feel like that would be selfish because you're probably getting paid the same. I mean, you would get less
Very
gigs.
fucking true. That's so fucking true.
But it's selfless and also everyone's like, take care of yourself, self-care. Like actors are the people who self-care the most because they have to be like extremely strict and like,
yeah,
I don't know. But like comedians, you can like, you can just not take care of yourself and like still be successful. But I feel like look at Kevin Hart. He's like one of the healthiest dudes in the world, and that's why he's like one of the most successful comedians in the world. So I feel like you have to take care of yourself. But why I wanted to be a comedian, to like
tell me that.
answer your original question, I just like always loved comedy, and I didn't know that anyone could just do it. So when I found out that you could just go to open mics, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, why have I not done this before? This is the best thing ever. So it was kind of like, it just felt like instinct. It was definitely like, oh man, I need to do this. Because I've always wanted to be in like showbiz and I've always wanted to be like an actor and all that shit. But I always felt like, oh man, I wasn't a child actor in commercials. Like it's way too late to. And you see Adam Driver and he's Ben
32,
Solo.
32.
Yeah, he's Ben Solo.
You know, like 32 and out of Marines, like that was a Marine. Like didn't even know what he wanted to do, right? Like the coolest thing.
It just came down to excuses. So it was like, oh, I can't do all this stuff. I can't make skits. I can't make funny videos. I can't like be free creatively because I didn't think that anybody could do it. I felt like you had to know someone or someone had to tell you or force you to do it. But then I was actually at Pro Skates and there was a comedy show there. And I didn't even go to the fucking show because it was like Gainesville night and it was the winter. So I was trying to skate. I was like comedy show or skate. And I won't be like, this is the only, I was like, and this is like a shitty little garage, but it's the best we fucking got.
Oh yeah.
It's the best we got. So I talked to the woman who ran it. Her name was Chanel Fur or it's like Ferrier or something. I don't know. Okay. And me and my buddy Declan knew her. So him and I went and like did an open mic together and like we got so drunk and like I invited my mom and my mom's friends came and like my mom's friends' husbands came and like a bunch of people from my high school came. It was like so heartwarming to see all these people support me. And
I
like,
love that, man.
I wish like more people came out like to my shows now because they're kind of like used to me just having they were used to me having shows once a week. Yep. But like your first time's always awful and mine was like pretty awful, but I was just like drunk enough to like try it and not like have a fucking nervous breakdown because it's so scary.
I've heard that's kind of the way to like as much like you're a Kill Tony fan just as much as I am. Like I
fucking love that show.
That show has been I've been there since day. I've been listening to it since day one, since like the Optimus Prime guy, since like you know what I mean? Like it's
we could even talk about Kill Tony for a second. So like for the listeners at home, it's just basically a show run by the producer who originally produced Joe Rogan's podcast, one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Red Band.
And then Tony Hinchcliffe, who used to be a writer on the roasts and is a very successful touring comedian.
Still writes on the roast, but yes, you're right.
Yeah. I didn't even know I thought the roasts were over, but if they're still going, that's sick.
He like, so supposedly what I've heard from him, like from when he bragged, like he still writes for somebody. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
totally.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those ghostwriting things. He won't say, but he's always like, I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. I'm the top young rising comedian. Like,
I love it. I love him so much.
Yeah.
And basically, these guys produce a show that's every Monday night at the Comedy Store, live on YouTube, and also recorded in podcast form. So basically, any comedian signs up, and if your name gets pulled out of the bucket of truth, you go up, you do a minute of your best material, and then after you do like a 5-minute interview. And if you do good, you usually get a gig out of it. And if you do really shitty, you usually get roasted. And then there's like a couple regulars and a live band that do characters and shit. And like, dude, I fucking love the show so much. And I love the regulars. Like, you know, William Montgomery?
He is,
Oh, he is so funny, dude.
Who said that? Who said that?
Cracker Barrel Kid 57. And, dude, so funny. I love his
So me and my brother Vance,
we're flipping Hyundai Elantras on the ecstasy. And he was like, the best joke is he's like, yeah, I love it when my mom's out of town because I get to
Yeah.
sleep on her side of the bed. I think I'm allergic to heroin. It makes my tummy hurt.
And then you have
David Lucas.
David Lucas, who him and Tony just like David probably doesn't even need to do. I bet you like unfortunately, no, not unfortunately. I think William's gonna get this type of career, like this type of comedy career. I think David Lucas will get the stand-up type of comedy career. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Totally.
Because the way David writes, man, I think David just writes and writes and writes and writes and writes nonstop.
David Lucas has been doing Instagram lives, and I've actually been on twice or three times, and he does them like once a week, sometimes twice or three times. And he basically, anyone gets on and then he'll just like roast you.
Nice.
So I got on, he's like, look at this little Justin Timberlake motherfucker. And I was like, dude, I've heard that so many times. And he's like, oh yeah, you're looking like Rosie from Ozarks or something. I was like, oh fuck, dude, that like, but he just doesn't skip a beat. And that's such a cool like exercise to do as a comedian, is to go on live and just anyone who pops up roast them and just keep doing that. Cause it's like fan engagement and it's just like, it gets everyone hyped. And like William Montgomery, I was on his live a couple of times. He'll get like super drunk, like real fucking blackout at like 3 a.m. fucking California time, which is like 6 a.m. Halifax. Yeah. I'll be like waking up just waking up too early and then
going to the bathroom or something. Like you're like, oh, exactly. Look at this. William Montgomery's live, and he's like, hey, he's always got it so close to his face.
Oh my God, it's so close. It's so funny.
And he just his laugh, man. He's like, I should go to the doctor.
This is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. Who said that?
I spent $30 on the ecstasy. The least you could do is buy the movie ticket.
And like, what does he say? He used to sell. You could come down to the Motel 6 or whatever to room 32. I sell Zantac 45 out of it.
Zantac, what isn't that like an allergy medication?
No, Zantac is for like heartburn and like indigestion.
He's probably eating that fucking like Skittles because he eats Wendy's every day.
He's like, and then the new photo he got from Red Band was like, he's like, thanks for my new sponsor. And it's like Wendy's, and he looks so glorious in it with like big glasses in it. Oh, it's great. I love that. But yeah, that's
the second bottle.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
I think my grandmother was dipping into my rosé, dude.
Really?
Yeah, she's drinking some.
Do you think you know what you should start doing is doing what my parents did to the vodka? Draw a line, see if it drops, and then see if it tastes different. Maybe see if she's so like trying to. See, she tastes
drawing
different.
Lines on it. Yeah, when I was growing up, my parents didn't mark my height as I was getting taller. They just marked the liquor bottles as they were getting lower.
And then next thing you know, I was just cleaning glass up off the floor because they threw them at me. Pizza pockets or pizza pops?
I love the round ones.
That's the pops. That's what I'm talking about.
I like Pillsbury products. Like, don't get me wrong, but those fucking Half Moon things could fuck off.
Nobody fucks me and my buddies up here. If they heard anyone on this show say Half Moons, they'd go, I fucking right, Christian?
My little cousin. Oh, what a kitty. My little cousin. She used to love Half Moon pizza pockets, and guess what she dipped them in, bro?
Ranch or Cheese Whiz.
Pepsi. She would dip them in Pepsi.
Hey, man. Oh my gosh. What does she look like? Okay, can I ask what she looks like now? What does she look like now?
Look, this is her graduation picture.
Okay, she doesn't look like someone who still drinks no,
dips. She looks like a normal person, which is hilarious.
Okay, because I was gonna say sometimes people who do that end up being the people who like walk out a Giant Tiger with like bags of Mountain Dew. Like big bags of Mountain Dew. You know what I mean?
Oh god. I actually had some Mountain Dew today earlier. Some Baja Blast.
I had a Baja Blast for the first time today.
It's good.
First time. It's good. I'm like, what? But what flavor is it, man?
It's blue.
It's blue green.
Dude,
It
did you see my story? I got a Belgian waffle maker today from Think Kitchen.
I did. I kind of want one.
Dude, it was 50% off. So like it was $50 though still. So I'm like, who the fuck's paying $100 for a Belgian waffle maker? But $50 I think is worth it, honestly.
Man, I think you could get one. Okay,
I know
what's
you can
the
get
difference
shittier ones.
between a Belgian waffle maker and a waffle maker? Aren't they the same?
A Belgian waffle maker is just the thickness.
Oh.
Like Belgian style is just the thickness. And like
So like you can't call an Eggo waffle a Belgian waffle. That's just an Eggo.
yeah, that Eggo is the brand, but a waffle is just the type of batter because waffle and pancake mix are different. And
Is it?
Yeah, it is different. And I couldn't tell you what's in pancake mix off the top of my head, but I think the difference is like buttermilk, but you can use buttermilk in pancakes too, I guess. So I don't really know what the difference is.
I like this.
Think.
I like this. You know what? That's something because there's an add water mix from No Compliments, and I don't give it any compliments for the product it gives you. Maybe the lasagna. They have good lasagnas, but they have a waffle mix, and it's a pancake mix too, and it's just add water, and it says waffle or pancake mix, and I'm like,
that kind of bothers me,
right? Because if you're saying that they're different ingredients, then No Compliments is just kind of marketing garbage. And there's gonna be a little thing probably gonna pop up, like come up here that I'm gonna at No Compliments somehow. I don't even know how to do it yet, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna go like this, and then it's gonna yeah. And then, if we both snap our fingers like this, and then it just pops.
Okay, one
up.
sec. Ready? 1, 2.
Yeah, nice. I like that. It could be delayed. I don't fucking care. Next question. Oh, this one's good. Okay. Just because this is like a Kill Tony question because like I hear all the comics and like how it's a thing with like female comics being around male comics and stuff. Have you ever tried to shoot your shot with a female comic after a show and got shut down embarrassingly or / like made your shot? / are you single? I don't even know.
I'm single, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't shoot my shot, but like one time I saw this like super hot comedian at Yuck Yucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never even heard of her before. I'll go like introduce myself.
Okay.
And like you could tell she was like, you're an open micer, don't talk to me. And I was like,
oh no.
Oh, like as I was introducing myself, like I wasn't flirty at all. I was just like, hey, my name's Mitch, you know, like
just being cordial.
Yeah, like I don't usually.
Yeah, I know you. You're not very like. I know you're not a very front like. I know you. Like I know what you mean, but it's nice to hear.
Yeah, I was just introducing myself. I was just fucking doing some recon.
Yeah,
and that was yeah. It's so embarrassing. I don't even say her name, but yeah, I just shook her hand, and then she. But she's like a really good comedian. She like makes money, and yeah, she's like an actual
traveling, touring.
Yeah, exactly. So that was just like super silly of me to do, but you know, you live and you learn. But
I think that's funny. I think I love that.
And she has a boyfriend too, and like it was like the fact that I even thought of that. I haven't even. That's so funny that you asked that because I've never told anyone that, and it's not like I'm embarrassed. It's not like I'm embarrassed because I'm telling you on a record. I'm like, I know I'm being recorded. I'm telling you, but I think it's still funny that I've never told anyone that before because usually I'm such an open book. Like I'm like too open. Like that's why I love stand up because like it motivates you to think about mundane things and try and make them interesting.
It's like looking at. I always find comedies a lot of like polishing a turd. You know what I mean? Like looking at it.
A lot of people say you can't polish turd.
You know you can't. A lot of people say you can't, but I feel comedians do. Like today I was at work and I'm like, this place looks garbage, but I'm gonna make it look good, and I still did somehow.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's fucking hilarious. And then that brings me to my next one. What's your least favorite one-liner or joke you have that you don't like, but that maybe yeah.
God, I don't like really any of my jokes. My least favorite joke.
Yeah,
I guess
or
my hackiest joke.
Okay.
So my hackiest joke is like, I used to go to plumbing school, but I had to drop out because turns out there's more to plumbing than being good at laying pipe. Like that's not even like, I don't know. That's just awful. I feel like that's just like an old joke that people say.
Well, I don't. But the
The
thing is,
reason I like it.
But the
Can I
thing,
defend
but
it?
see,
Can I defend it though before
but
you
yeah, Mitch. But I'm
deep
gonna
dive it?
defend it for you. I'm gonna defend it. I'm
Okay.
gonna like before you defend it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
defend
you
it for
defend it
you
first, and then I'll
because
defend
like
it. I'll back you up.
I've worked every single job you could think of. Like I've been on construction sites. I've been on steel metal roofing. I've cut grass. I've done snowplow with people who are ex-convicts, and I've never heard a guy like an old guy, like like an old typical guy say something like that. Like a guy that's in his 50s or 60s, like kind of like punching you in the shoulder and being like, "Hey!" So I think it's clever. I think it's using something like you said, mundane, and turning it into something that people are like, "Wait, what's he gonna do? He's definitely gonna do something cheesy here." But then I'm like, when it laid down, when I first heard it, I was laying in this bed and I was watching your YouTube channel. I was watching your YouTube clips of your shows.
Yeah.
And I literally, I remember sending you the message and be like, that actually is funny.
Wow, that's funny that I just brought it up too, because this wasn't even planned for the viewers at home. But yeah, the reason I have a story, like I can remember why I wrote each of my jokes, and the reason I wrote that one was because, and I didn't tell it for a long time because, like I said, I think I'm embarrassed of it, but it just
Right.
it just works. So I do it until I'm like really embarrassed of it. But the origin was like when I was going to plumbing school, I was like, man, I'm so good at laying pipe, I might as well get a degree and start getting paid for it. So I was going around saying that, like, oh yeah, like I don't know, I'm pretty good at laying. Like when people ask me, oh, you go to college, like what are you taking? I was like, oh, I'm taking plumbing. Like I've always been good at laying pipe. So and that was just like an ongoing thing, and people thought it was funny, and then but it's definitely, I don't know, maybe I could even probably think of a worse joke that's just like not funny.
But I bet you it is funny. Like it's funny in a way. Like you have to have the cadence, I guess.
Yeah, I used to have a dumb joke about like curly fries and French fries. Like curly fries always wish they were straight fries, and then straight cut fries always wish they were curly fries, just like women or something. Like it was so dumb. Like that was the comparison I was trying to draw.
Hair, right? Like
exactly, yeah. Just because, but then people thought that I was talking about like straight women and then gay women. I was like, no, I'm talking about like every time I have curly, like because I have curly hair. Every time someone talks about my curly hair that I have, they're always like, oh, I wish I had curly hair, and I was like, I wish I didn't have curly hair, and then I was like, oh, that's so dumb.
I wish I had straight hair.
I'll figure it out though. I'll figure that joke out. There's something there. You're being nice. I don't think. And humor me.
Yeah, I think it could be something as simple as like I don't know, like girls' hair.
That's the thing about jokes. You can just you can make something not funny, or you can make something that's like kind of funny, really funny, just by the way you deliver it.
Right. Yeah. I've always so if I have one, because I've always wanted to try, but I've always had one where I was like, there's been times where I've gone to the grocery store and just wanted a loaf of toast. Like I don't want bread, I want toast.
Yeah.
I want a loaf of toast. But it's so different how you have to fucking heat it up, every single one of them, to make it toast.
That'd be so funny if they gave you a loaf of toast that was like uncut.
Somehow it's uncut all the way through.
I think isn't that what sourdough is?
Pretty much.
Or do you toast sourdough again?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, sourdough isn't hard all the way through. It's nice. Sourdough is what you remember. Tim Hortons used to have soup in a bread bowl.
Dude, yeah. Those do they not have those rolls anymore?
Well, they had the rolls, but they don't have the bread bowls no more.
Oh, they had bread bowls?
Yeah, so the soup would come in a bread bowl.
Fuck, dude. Remember when McDonald's had Game Cubes and shit?
Yep. I remember
I used to go to this McDonald's all the time, and every time I went, there's this same kid there, which is just weird. You know what I mean? That like
you think maybe he just didn't have one at home, and like I don't know, maybe.
No, dude, I'm not I'm not trying to be classist or anything. I'm just saying it's so weird that every time I went, he was also there. You know what I mean?
Oh, like it was one of those weird things that maybe he just wanted to play you in GameCube, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But it was such a wild McDonald's. It was the one by the McDonald Bridge. And it just makes it easy to remember the bridge names because you're like, oh, the one that has McDonald's near it is named the McDonald Bridge.
McDonald Bridge. So when I came back to visit, me and the girls that I was hanging out with that night, we were literally there at like 3:30 in the morning begging the guy to give us French fries, and he did. He gave us French fries. Like the
Free?
guy let us in. He's like, we're closed. And then he let us in and we sat down and we had French fries. It was the best thing ever. I will
That's so sick.
I'll always hold that McDonald's close to my heart.
I bet the ladies you were with were probably good looking for that to happen.
They were. They were very good looking.
How did I know? Oh, yeah.
And,
But,
and you know what I was wearing? Oh my God, I'll show you. This is what I was wearing. This is ridiculous. I got it off Pete. I bought it off Pat that night, and then I went out.
oh my God, dude. That's so sick.
I was wearing this.
You're like, you ain't gonna let me and my partners in for
I
some
was like-
grub?
I was like, we can't get some French fries.
We gonna get some French fries?
Me and the ladies. Shout out to our boy Pat Cuz for hooking it
Dude,
up.
Pat Cuz is the original consignment fucking
Yeah,
OG.
hands down.
And yeah, OG sneakerhead, OG everything.
OG
early
sneakerhead.
2000s.
Shouts out to Sold Out. Man, I miss Halifax so much.
But yeah, all I wanted to say about that McDonald's was the kid that was there every time I went. He had webbed toes, and
Oh no.
yeah, and I didn't like think anything of it. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm part fish," and I was like, "What?" And then he's like, "Yeah, look at my webbed toes," and he didn't have to like take his shoes off or anything because he was wearing sandals with no socks, and he just had his webbed ass toes. And like he's like, "Yeah, it makes me like way better at swimming." And I was like, I was always a bad swimmer, so I remember I was so jealous of his webbed toes. But then it didn't take. It was like I was like 15 when I realized that he was an inbred.
Was he one of the goalers?
No. But dude, you know what's funny? At that McDonald's too, there was this like old black lady who worked there, and she would sing all the children's songs.
Really?
Dude, it was the sweetest thing ever. Yeah, I want to like meet some other people because she would like gather all the children around. So like
Yeah.
you know, it had like the big play place, like the slide,
Yeah.
and that was like when it had a ball pit, and the place was
Yeah.
always packed with kids. And she would like gather all the kids around and like sing, like teach us songs, and we'd sing with her, and it was like, yeah, it was like one of the nicest things ever.
That's amazing. At McDonald's.
But I was
too?
thinking about that. I was like, man, could you imagine if her manager was like, stop singing to the damn kids and clean the fucking tables?
And she's like, one more hallelujah. One more.
Dude, she
Man,
was the
that's
sweetest
amazing.
lady ever. And like, oh god, I loved her.
Yeah.
I miss her. I wonder what she's doing now.
She probably retired, man.
Yeah, she retired from McDonald's game. Fuck.
Yo, they get actually, to be honest, man, McDonald's is probably one of the they help their employees more than like some of the biggest like firms out there with like benefits, dental, pensions, all that stuff, retirement plans, man. If you work for McDonald's, like you don't see the thing is, I find Wendy's, I like Wendy's, but Wendy's you see closed at a certain time. McDonald's lights are always fucking open. Always.
Yeah, dude, the Wendy's hours piss me off so much because right in prime munchie hours, I can't get a fucking Baconator and those 5 nuggets for $2.50. That's why this
Right.
podcast is sponsored by McDonald's. Ba-da-da-da-da.
I'm loving it. Thank you, McDonald's.
What's
Okay, back
what's
to
in
the
that
show.
Big Mac sauce? What's in it?
What? Tell me. What did you do to it? And we're back. Most famous person you've ever met?
That's a toss-up between Gene Simmons
Ooh.
and when I was a baby, I met Nelly Furtado, but like I don't remember it.
I'd go Nelly Furtado.
But I was like such a baby that she like held me and like she kissed me on my forehead, so like it's kind of a baptism.
Because now I'm like a bird, right? That's
I wanna fly away.
Yeah, that is. I don't know where my home is.
I don't know where my soul is.
Because all I want to tell you do is sin again and sin again.
So good.
That's why you're a
But I'm
bird.
trying to think. Did I meet any other famous people?
I mean, you met
I
the
think I would
boys. You
remember.
met the Trailer Park Boys, right? Like,
Dude,
that's,
Bubbles slept at my house once. He like fell asleep on my couch.
he's supposedly Mike Smith though is not a nice man though. Like I heard
Yeah,
he's
he was
kind of
yeah, he is a douche.
I heard he's a
that
little
too.
bit of a douche.
Dude, something came out in the press.
That's just in the press.
something just came out in the press. Mike Smith beats women. And, no, I'm joking. And is a huge racist. No, I don't know. I don't actually know
I hope
anything bad
not.
about him. Dude, I honestly, this is a hot take.
Yeah.
So to say. After like season 4, maybe I'll just be generous and say 5. Trailer Park Boys
Okay.
just
Yeah, give him 5.
broke my heart. Really broke my heart with the drop in quality. And I'll give them
reaching.
some
It was
credit.
a lot of this. It was a lot of this.
Oh, dude! After J-Rock and Leahy left, it was almost kind of like it
Rest
was
in
selfish.
peace. Rest in peace, John Dunsworth.
Yeah, seriously. Rest in peace, John.
Seriously,
Dunsworth.
that man taught me so much. Rest in peace. Continue.
Well, yeah. When I'm done my little Trailer Park Boys rant, I want to hear one story about Dunsey. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give him credit and like dude, so many classics, so many this, so many that, but like it just is sad now. It's just not funny anymore. It's just like heartbreaking that they're still beating a dead fish. Or is it beating a dead horse?
Yeah, it is beating a dead horse, but I also
But it's
don't
Atlantic Canada, so it's fish, right?
I'd say fish. And that's another one of those things, because on my show I do these idioms for idiots, and I don't like that one to begin. Well, I don't like the beating a dead fish makes sense, but beating a dead horse, I've never seen someone be like, okay, the horse is dead, let's keep beating it.
Well, like say like you catch a fish and you're like trying to kill it, right? And then you're just like beating it too much. You're like, dude,
I
slow down,
understand
you're beating a
that.
dead fish, right?
I understand that.
That's my comprehension. But like to give them credit, there's a couple things like when J-Rock, I guess J-Rock was still on the show, and I'm saying that it got bad after he left. But when J-Rock was like, it was like one of the later seasons, and he had like a stepson, and he was like, have a good day at school, and then his stepson's like, I'll have a good day at school, like in my teacher's type of donk, and J-Rock's like, hey, wait up right quick, how tight is that shit? Like that episode or that season, he was just doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just so much.
And he'd be like, what was that?
Peace. It's like,
yeah, he's like, peace.
Dude, if they were making episodes when TikTok was out, he would have been like, renegade, peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
And T was so good too. Oh my God.
So good. But yeah, tell me one Dunsey story.
Okay, well, to be honest, you want to hear my first ever acting gig I got on a TV show called Forgive Me. It's on Super Channel. Directed by Tom Fitzgerald, starring gosh. And he won awards. I'm gonna have to sorry to the guy. But
you should have studied your own IMDb before this interview.
I know. No, but yeah, the guy, the kid, he's a young kid. It's about a weird priesthood, right? It's a very messed up show. Very R-rated. So I get cast as a role called Saint. Yeah. Cool. Saint something. Saint Bernardard. Something like that. But basically, I was my first scene that I ever had to do on a professional TV show was pretending to sodomize John Dunsworth.
And for the listeners at home, if you don't know what sodomy is
I was banging him, cock in the butt. I saw everything. I saw his balls. I saw my balls. Yeah, it was crazy. And he was waving an American flag, and he was wearing those Amelia Earhart old like pilot things on, and he's got this weird jacket, and he's laying down like this, and he's like, "You ready, mister?" Because it was a closed set. Mind everyone, this is a closed set, and a closed set is like this is professionally done, right?
Skeleton crew.
So yeah, there's not a lot of people there. We've signed waivers. I've booked this role. I got paid really well, and like I
hardly know her.
Oh yeah, dang! I'm hardly even knew Mr. Dunsworth in the butt.
Hey, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm literally like I love your work, and I had to. But
You're
I'm
a
not
local
lying.
icon.
So for everyone at home, you can watch the episode right now. The main character, Mike. Oh, his name was Mike. The first lead character, Mike. But he wakes up from like a fever dream. He's like, and then the camera's following him walking down the stairwell, And then he walks down because he's hearing something. He's like, "Ooh, what's going on in my living room?" And then he opens the living room, and then there are naked priests. There's naked women, and then like the camera pans on all them, and then it cuts to in the corner. I've got Mr. Leahy's legs up like this, and I'm just giving it.
Oh,
to him.
so it's like kind of missionary. You know what I mean? I thought you were doing.
He's laying. No, he's laying on a table.
And like his back on the table.
His back's on the table, and he's
so
waving.
it's face to face.
Oh yeah, he's looking straight in my eyes.
Oh, you had to just dry hump him? Did you have like a nude underwear on?
Yeah, we had nude underwear, and then like we're not even close, but like the way the camera goes, it makes it look like, and the way the camera is, it looks like it's full out. And he's waving this American flag and he's looking at the main character. He's like, "Hey, buddy boy!" And like, oh man, it was crazy. And at the end of it, he's like, "You did great." He's like, "Keep going." And then literally the next week, he comes into class and does a full acting on camera class for my acting class at Dalhousie. It was the craziest thing, man. It was like
so sick.
Yeah, man. And then I got to work with him again, and I just and from there, literally from that show on, I just started booking things in Halifax. I was booking things that I could book with the amount of work that was there, which is cool.
Do you know Robbie Delano? Robbie Delano.
I don't think so. I don't know that name.
Oh, maybe I'm saying his name wrong, but he's also an actor in Halifax. I met him. I was just like walking down the street. He's like, "Hey, can I try your board?" And then he like almost did a kickflip, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you're sick." And then like I just started talking to him a bit, and then I got his IG, and then I saw he was in The Mist. Did you ever see that show, The Mist?
The Stephen King show.
Yeah, dude, that show.
Yeah, I auditioned for that multiple times.
Pretty trippy. Yeah.
That's
dude,
cool.
that's sicker than Handmaid's Tale, though.
Oh yeah, that was a trip.
That's a good gig, dude. Seriously, that's sick. I love seeing homies get good gigs.
Thanks, man. I actually just.
Did you ever meet Brad Whitford?
No, I didn't. I was on set with him, but I didn't meet him. But working.
You're at work. You know what I mean? I have so many coworkers that I know, but I've never talked to because you're at work.
Well, and honestly, on that show, there were so many bases. Like there was home base A, B, C. There was set B. There was set A. You know what I mean? Like I was in a trailer.
It's a huge production. Yeah, it was huge.
Oh, dude, it was all over the place. It was crazy. But working with Elizabeth Moss was so surreal.
He says the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, to work with her and beside her, she's such a fierce woman, and then at the end of it, the third day into our work, she was like, you can call me Lizzie, and I was like, oh fuck.
That's awesome, dude. I love that
because everyone calls her.
I actually did have a question for you.
Hit me with it.
So I myself, I want to get into acting. So there's like a union you got to join or something. Like I feel like it was easier for kids to get into acting when Mr. D was in town. You know what I mean?
Right. A lot of that was non-union work, but you can
Oh, true.
So you can do. So it's ACTRA. ACTRA's a union. Association of Canadian Television and Radio Association. But for that to get into that is basically for someone who wants to. If you want to pursue it full time, fucking do it, man. I think it's amazing. But you personally can totally, if you go on to this site called castingworkbook.com, you create a profile. It might cost a little bit for the year, but literally you see every single day, you see these castings coming in. They can be union, non-union. And all you need to do, man, if you want to start, I'd say you start with headshots. You start with headshots, and then even for someone for in your case, I'd say put together your best on stage bits.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah. And I think
like a little portfolio.
Exactly. That's what
just like
that's
you'd
what
apply
people
for
want.
any other business, eh?
Exactly. It's your resume.
It's kind of a dumb question. I wish I asked a better question now. But I guess what if there's some listeners at home that want to get into acting?
You know what? I think it's a great one because there's most of the people who listen to this up here are people who don't ever think about acting, but I think they should, except for don't, because I want to get the jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Any guy who kind of looks like you, fuck off, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck
But
off.
like you and me, I feel like we'd play different characters. You know
We
what I
would
mean?
totally. You know what? We would be best friends in a
Totally.
show. In a show. That's what would be. That's what would be. That's what would happen.
It's
Okay, I
definitely
got.
Dukes of Hazzard vibes without the
Oh
Confederate
yeah, I
flag.
like that. I like that. All right, so I got one last one before we go here, and I like this one because, so in your opening days right now, because obviously that's not going to be for too much longer. You're going to be headlining somewhere. You did Yuck Yucks, right? Too. That was fun.
Yeah, I've only done like it's like an open mic at Yuck Yucks. You know what I mean?
But
So
you had
not paying gig, but yeah.
But you had a
Totally.
good. You had a good audience, like good people.
Yeah, totally. Like my last set I've done before lockdown was at Yucks, and like it was a huge full room, and fucking it just felt like a rock star to do it to that many people.
Man, that's so cool. Me and my family went to Yuck Yucks here. Or no, I think it was in Halifax. It was in Halifax. And it was a guy who was from Toronto. And you know what? They had great comics. I'm not going to lie. They had good people coming through because I sometimes feel like Yuck Yucks can be hit or miss, but I thought they were great. But
I'm always blown away by the local talent in Halifax.
oh,
Always.
but you're friends with a lot of them now, aren't you?
So like the scene is so small that like I'm like friends with everyone, but like I'm really close friends with like more than half of them. And like we have like a group chat that we've been messaging each other every day during quarantine. Like every day we've been messaging. And tomorrow,
Yeah.
like we're all just gonna go to the park and like fucking social distance drink. Dude,
That's
I didn't
awesome.
want to talk about the C word at all. Like I didn't want to talk about the C word, but I think
Yeah.
it's so funny. I think it's so funny when people are like posting themselves hanging out with someone and they're like social distancing and they're like 2 feet away.
I
Like,
know.
what the fuck?
I
Or,
know,
like,
man.
social distancing, it's like 5 people in
Yeah.
like a closed encountered space. And like I'm not paranoid at all about it. And like I'm like, dude, if you're doing your thing, rock on. Like they're like, who am I to say there may be negative repercussions from what you're doing? So I
There
just
could
think
be
it's like
negative
hilarious.
repercussions without COVID, to be honest. Like they could
Exactly,
yeah.
dude. Anything.
And also like I'm a big believer in do your part. And if they do,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like make sure you're. But at this point, people need to get they need to have like people will go cuckoo. Like they'll start wearing jackets like this
Totally.
on the regular. You know what I mean? Like this is from my
Totally.
closet. I don't wear this on the fucking regular. But so what I wanted to finish with was so. As you're right now, as you're opening for people, who would love to open for? Like big scale. Like your favorite, I guess it would be like your favorite comedian, but I think favorite comedian is a shit question. I'm talking like, who would you love to open for right now in their current stage of their comedy?
So I am a huge Norm Macdonald fan.
Oh, fuck me too, dude. I love Norm.
Yeah. So I just love him so much. I just want to meet him. I was actually at a Christmas party at like my aunt's Christmas party, and some girl came up to me. She's like, "Oh, I heard you do stand up. Like I used to hang out with Norm Macdonald."
Oh
And I was
my
like,
God.
"Oh, what?" Like, so I was like, I didn't even want to come to this fucking party. Now I get to just pick your brain of all these Norm stories. Like, this is unreal.
Did he have any good ones?
Nothing too crazy. Like, but
Yeah.
she would just like
His
yeah,
SNL, when he was on SNL, man,
oh my God.
I couldn't like
So good.
I'm pretty sure I peed in my pants.
He's so funny. But this guy who I would want to open for now, his name's Gavin Matz, and he's like from Vancouver. And like before I started stand up, I was like, fuck, I should just go to comedy shows before I even start this. And I
Yeah.
went and I was at Yuck Yucks and he was hosting one night, and like I like followed him on Instagram or whatever, so I could like see his I still see his like stories or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm opening for Norm Macdonald tonight," and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I just like this is how excited I was. Like I have seen someone live. I've never talked to this guy in real life, but I saw someone live who opened for Norm Macdonald, and now I've done gigs at Yuck Yuck. So like I've done gigs on the same stage as someone who's open for Norm Macdonald. Like just that, like friend of a friend,
like that connection. Yeah.
oh God, it just gives me hope. So honestly, that is like at my level now, I think I could open for Gavin Mats. Maybe not
Yeah.
though. I don't even know if I'm good. But honestly, I would just fucking do it though, because
Well, how much
I would
time?
like
So that was another like sub question. How much time do you think you have? All down, all written down, like ready to spit. Go.
like 6 minutes, 6 solid minutes. But if I'm
That's not
riffing
bad.
and doing crowd work, I can do 10. But like 6 to 7 minutes of just material. If I did like all my jokes.
Man, we should go. We should take a road trip when this is all over and the borders open. I would love
Yes.
to go down and go hit like all the comedy stores. Like even do maybe
Yes.
like the Nashville one, the Nashville what's it called? The belly
The belly room?
no, the belly room's in that. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like I think it's just yeah, I think it'd be cool, man. I
I
think
want to
that
go
would
to
be a
Boston. I love Boston too, actually.
oh,
Boston's
even just do all the upper state, like all the upper
Mhm.
state for a quick one. Bring like by that time, like I'm gonna be investing in a nice DSLR like camera. I think it would be cool, even like
Oh,
like
fuck yeah.
just get a van and then fucking go and I'll film everything. We'll do fucking, you know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
I
But
think that's
yeah,
a cool idea. Oh shit.
but yeah, definitely meet Norm Macdonald someday. But yeah, I love Norm Macdonald. If any listeners at home don't know Norm Macdonald, you should fucking listen to Norm Macdonald.
Oh
You
yeah,
should
and if
just
you don't,
give him a chance because he's kind of dry, so like you might not get it right away, but because
but he's
sometimes
also
they'll
gonna
show people Norm and they'll be
oh,
like, I don't get it.
100%. And also they'll realize that he's probably in like maybe 30% of their favorite movies that they never even knew. You know what I mean? Like they'll be
100%.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's so
they'll
cool.
be like, oh, Norm, oh, this guy, I know Norm.
Yeah, the cameo king.
Oh yeah,
But his whole shtick is like he barely works and like he's just kind of like low key about it and never like I feel like that's part of the allure is he's such a like fucking unattainable like
yeah.
fucking person. Like he's just like
Well, he's
out in
kind
the
of like
ether,
that
just
mystery. He's a
he's just
mystery.
meandering around, just fucking doing his thing. Like
I
he's
like
so
that.
content with himself, and he's like, yeah, he's super intelligent. He reads tons of like old Russian literature. He's fucking crazy. He's a crazy person.
Strange. Very strange.
It motivates me to be more of a strange person in like my whole life, just because I feel like it would help me be more creative.
Well, I mean, it's so I'd love because I really enjoy people saying that because if honestly being strange is if it comes to you being natural, if it comes to you like out of like the woodwork, like your feet being on the ground or your hands touching something or you seeing something and then all of a sudden it excites you in a way to be weird or strange, then don't fucking hold that
Stifle
back.
it.
Yeah, don't stifle that because that's how you unchild yourself. Because if you're not a child, if you don't
100%.
you know what I mean?
100%.
If you don't child yourself anymore, I think being a like being an adult child is the best thing about growing up, really.
That's another thing about my favorite thing about comedy is like you're not like a self-help coach because like that seems like so cheesy. Like comedians, they're trying to sell funny. Like
Yeah.
you're giving me money because I'm trying to make you laugh.
I'm trying to
But
sell
tons of
tickets.
comedians do it in their own way.
Right.
And a lot of them have such a good message behind what they're doing. And
Yep.
so many people like what we're doing right now, like that's another favorite thing about comedy is like you can like what we're doing is we're telling people like to be weird, do this shit, be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna make the world a better place. And it's like hard to measure that impact, but it's like so valuable.
Hey man, I think that like at any time then it needs it now is this time in the world because the world's on fire. And you know what? And
I'm scared to make small talk with people.
I
I'm
know.
scared to make small talk because Nova Scotia is so small. It's like we're super progressive for how small we are, but there's
Right.
like I feel like people here are more extreme because you go in downtown Halifax, there's like 2 art schools. There's like all these really educated young people who are very progressive, and then you go 20 minutes or 30 minutes into fucking Mount Uniac, and you're
Oh
like, what the
God.
fuck? Did I just drive to Texas? Did I just take a fucking hyperloop to the south of the states?
Did Bruce Willis just come and we just 12 monkeyed this out of here?
I went to the beach the other day, and on my way, I saw a Confederate flag in someone's front
You gotta
lawn.
be kidding me.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know where I was. I didn't know where I was, but
Do they not have a TV actually not even a TV? Do they have a fucking heart or a brain? Oh man, that's the kind of shit.
yeah.
Like, to
And
be
it's
honest,
it's
though,
such a big house. It's like a really big, expensive house. Like, you can tell this dude has a lot of money, and like, I'm
That's
like, what the
fucking-
fuck?
that's the kind of shit that doesn't need to be around anymore at all. And like that's a
Yeah.
big thing for the viewers at home. If any of you are fucking racist or bigots or whatever the fuck, don't even think about listening to this or supporting any of us, because we're not
It's like
about
the
that.
opposite. It's like the opposite of when YouTubers go, "Hey, like and subscribe and click the notification."
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yo, never watch one of my fucking videos again.
Or don't even think about taking a breath anymore. Like,
Exactly.
you should just stop breathing and drinking water and putting food in your body, because you're fucking useless. So
That's a great point. But the only thing I'll challenge you on is like,
Yeah.
like I listened to this. Everyone at home should listen to this. It's one of the episodes of Joe Rogan with this guy named Daryl Davis.
Yeah.
And he was this old blues and jazz musician who converted like over hundreds of people from the KKK.
No way.
And yeah, and he's a black man, and he would go and call and like go and meet these people brave, and he would
Wow.
just have like really calm, non-judgmental conversations with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool because it's definitely like a whole Gandhi approach to it.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
like-
I got heated.
And I don't think you shouldn't get heated, but I'm just saying that like I'll challenge you definitely to take more Gandhi approach, because you definitely catch more flies than honey. But like it's
Heck yeah, you
definitely like you're validated for your anger. It's so fucking crazy. what's
So-
happening.
So you're so right. You're so right. And well, like, I don't like. I'm a white privileged boy. I don't need like.
Exactly.
I'm angry.
Dude, same here. You're preaching
yeah.
to the choir.
I'm angry for everyone who's angry.
I'm ashamed of who I am because I'm
Yep.
associated with so much evil.
I know, and it's fucking shit. And I'm glad we've recognized that. And you know, I mean, like, we can't.
I feel like anytime anyone's producing any type of content, they should reference it, because like
100%.
it may get
And, like-
annoying, but it's 2020. It's still happening. It needs to stop. And things need
And
to
this
change. Everything needs to change.
and sorry to come, but this interview is going to be post everything that this podcast starts with, because I didn't even know if I wanted to do one this week, but Mitch and I talked, and I've talked with the other people I'm like interviewing on this podcast for this week, and we all said, let's not deny anything, and then let's not shove anything aside, but let's bring humor, and let's bring what we can with like joy in this area. And also, if you're just getting into this now, go back to the beginning, because I'm putting and in the comments I'll put all the places you can like email the DA for that guy in the fucking Tuscan.
Okay. It's
know
so
what I
easy
mean?
to do. It's people are
Right.
making templates.
Right. So it's easy.
It's incredibly easy to donate.
So don't fucking
if you donate,
don't sleep
post
on
about
that.
it.
Yeah. If you don't,
I didn't post about it just because I don't know why I posted about it. Maybe I should post about me donating, but yeah.
No,
fucking
don't
donate.
need don't need. I've posted. I've sent my emails, but there's no need. I mean, you can just do what we're doing now and be like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
go and fucking do it.
And go to protests if you can. Like
And
Halifax is
social
having a lot of
distance if you
protests.
can at those protests.
Totally.
But
I've
I
actually,
don't
you know
care.
what? That's funny. Like, yeah, I know we're not talking about the C word, but I've heard that a lot of protests aren't spiking the numbers.
You're right. That's what I heard too about even the Bellwoods Trinity thing in Toronto, because that's where.
Oh my God, yeah.
There were so many people there, and there hasn't been a spike, and that's a big thing too, because our York region, like where I live here, is a York region, which is above Toronto, and we're still behind. Everyone else, like north of us, east, west of us, are opening up for like limited seating, like they can go get haircuts now. Like I need to get like, you know what I mean?
Halifax is opening up big time. When I was actually, not to virtue signal, but I was at a protest, and when we were like marching, you could see people on patios having drinks, and it was like so weird.
What?
Just
That's
yeah,
so
it was
strange.
super weird. Yeah, it was super weird.
That is
I don't
so
know.
strange to me.
Yeah, It was
They're
super
like,
weird.
"Hey, honey, look at that. Look at them. It's really nice." And that's also what someone else I saw. I'm not going to coin this, but someone else said, if I hear one more person complain about how lazy young people are, I'll fucking
Oh
blow
my
my.
God.
I will blow my lid. I'll blow my lid because like I bet you those people you saw on the patio having drinks were probably over the age of 40
Mm-hmm.
and white.
Yeah, totally. Some were young and white for sure, but
Right, but like
not many people of color sipping beers on patios while marches are happening. That's for sure.
no.
But I will tell you, at the protest, there were a lot of jean jackets.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of Doc Martens. I think
I
Doc
was
Marten
gonna
is.
say, yeah.
I think Doc Marten is coming for the Blundstone title of Boot of Halifax, because everyone's like, "Oh, you moved to Halifax, you need Blundstones." Like, no, I think Doc Marten is the new. Because everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wear Blundstones; they're too basic. I need Doc Martens." And then fucking everyone has 3 pairs of Docs, and I'm not even sure if he's a fucking doctor.
He's not, dude. He's a doctor of fashion. That's it.
Talk about stolen valor.
Wow. I didn't even think of that too. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to dig into this Doc Marten guy.
Yeah. I
I'm
have a
confused.
doctorate, but now I make leather shoes that are really uncomfortable.
And
But
is
people
your
just
last name Martin? You look Russian to me.
is that a last name? Dude, you think Dimitri Martin is? Do you know Dimitri
Yeah.
Martin?
Yeah.
God. Man, he's so funny.
He's funny and he's so smart.
Yeah, a lot of people say this, and I love it. His jokes can live on a page.
You can read them. You're right.
Yeah,
I call him like a magician almost because he does this. He'll start here, and the next thing you know, it's here. Like his joke is
totally.
here, but it's like, I don't know. I do enjoy him. At first, I thought he got a lot of flack from other comedians. To be honest, like
So jealousy because like
because he sells out crazy.
Anyone who's an alt comic, so like not just like wearing a suit and being white and a guy telling jokes about his wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're kind of like an alt comic. Actually, I'm being
Because
a little
he's
too broad.
doing
I'm being a little
drawings
too
and he's
broad.
playing.
But like, yeah,
Yeah.
he has props. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's doing draw. Yeah, okay.
But fuck, dude, he's funny, man. That's what comedy comes down to. Are you funny?
How do you make yourself like? How do you make people laugh? Like, how do you make people laugh? Not how does everyone make people laugh? How do you personally make people laugh?
I love it so much. I saw someone's first because at Yuck Yucks, like I didn't try to get a spot at the open mic at Yuck Yucks because I wanted to like make sure I was good enough before I went. But some people do their first set ever there, and it is
Wow.
like it's so hard to do good on your first set. Like I feel like the only comedians who ever done well on their first set are like fucking Dave Chappelle and like fucking
Like
maybe
Eddie
it was just Dave
Murphy or
Chappelle.
Chris.
Or
Yeah,
Kevin,
like
yeah, exactly. Someone
Bill Burr.
murder. Not even Bill Burr. I think I've heard Bill Burr say that he sucked.
Oh yeah, you're right. And also, like we're filming this right now. It's Bill Burr's birthday. So happy birthday, Bill Burr.
I've seen so many birthdays on Instagram today. So happy birthday to everyone whose birthday it is today.
Yeah, happy
'Cause it's
birthday.
a big
But
birthday day.
this probably won't come out on their birthdays because I'm lazy.
True. What time do we record this? The date is
So it's
I'm
what
gonna
time is
fucking
it?
expose you. I'm gonna expose you.
It's
Wednesday the 10th. Yeah.
Wednesday the 10th. You heard it from him.
Happy
Also, I
birthday
get up
to all
at
the people.
5:45 for work. So,
Oh fuck yeah, we should get going soon.
but hey, man,
I
that's a
think
good.
I feel like I had
Dude,
something else I want to say.
yeah, no, let's finish it with something you want to say because I want to like give off some like when this is all over where people can find you. And
Let's just start the shout out roll. Let's just do a big shout out roll. Okay,
yeah, oh yeah,
so shout out
to
shout out
Jazz,
Lake City Cider. Oh yeah, shout out to Desmond for hooking up the sweet tattoo.
and like this one, the 7, and then
Fuck yeah. Here, look, I'll do a couple.
he did this.
Shout out to Desmond on the fucking Scorpion though.
Yeah. Oh, big time Scorpion. Love the Scorpion.
Shout out to the Snake.
So, and if anyone, especially for people here in Newmarket, if you're
Alfred E. Newman.
Oh yeah. So this is a good tip for anyone in Newmarket or in the Ontario area that listens to this and is going out to Halifax. Our boy Desmond, he's at a is it Utility?
Utility. He was at a depth for a minute, but
Right, but he's at
ass.
Utility now. So our boy Desmond, we'll put his tag.
But
right.
anybody at Utility is good. There's 5 guys that work there,
Right,
and they're all super nice, except for Len.
so yeah, we'll put them. them things up
Yeah.
here for that.
Totally. And this is done by Alex Duquette. He has a brand called Take to the Grave. He does
Oh, and
tons of
he's
clothes that
great.
ship all over Canada. And his
Yep.
tattoos are fucking unreal too.
He's
at
got
Lyle
fire
Street.
stuff. Yeah, we'll put his stuff up here. Any other shout outs we want? Oh,
Lake City Cider.
Yeah, Lake City Cider. I'm gonna shout out
Jewel-
to George and
Jewel
Bay.
Mango Pods.
Jewel Mango Pods. Hit us up because my boy here, this guy here can't get the flavored ones anymore. I can, so hit me up. I'll send them to him. Shout out to Pat Cuz for fire.
Dude, I have so many things in my. Let me show you a rugby shirt that he got me.
And then Pro Skates, obviously. Pro Skates always holding it down for the guys and the gals and everybody in between back in Halifax. And get on there online if you want to get it here. I'm pretty sure they ship worldwide. Fuck yeah, man. I miss that
Pat
place.
Cuz hooked up this sweet dime rugby.
Oh, shout out to Dime and Pat Cuz. Look at that.
Dude, shout out to Dime. Dime is like
They're killing it
God.
too. They're
They're
doing
the
a
best.
thing. They're doing a thing where they're donating all their proceeds right now to some Black Lives Matter foundations as well. So that's hype.
And I've met a few people who work for Dime, and let me tell you, they're all fucking OGs. Dime skate videos are the fucking gnarliest skate videos. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
no denying that.
They're like the way they mash comedy, like they don't take themselves too seriously, but at the same time they work so hard. It's just so sick. And their clothes, like everyone loves Dime. Dime's
Everybody
awesome.
loves their clothes. Fuck, I love them. I have an.
Dime's gonna be
Alzheimer's-
bigger than Supreme someday. Dime's gonna be bigger than Supreme.
coining it
We heard
now.
it here first. We've heard it here
And-
first.
Subsection all-timers. I have probably one of my favorite long sleeve all-timer shirts.
All timers shorts. I'm literally wearing them right now.
right there. Hot fire.
All timers,
I have
baby.
Literally, I have the pink love shirt with the heart, with the heart on the above the heart, and then the little guy drifting, holding the martini glass. So, yeah, man. And I'm also going to I'm gonna figure out where this guy is when this is all done. He's frozen at the moment. That's fine. Hopefully, he unfreezes before this ends. Hopefully.
I was too iced out on the fucking chat. Oh, come on, dude. Don't
Oh,
freeze
now
it
he's
up.
there. Look at him. He's iced out on the rosé. So, yeah, I want to make sure my boy Mitch, Dartmit, he's at Dartmitch on Instagram, dude. This guy's literally watch out for him because it'll fucking make you take your pants off and pee and laugh. And I love him to death, man. I always like hanging out with him. He also used to work at Costco. He used to fucking literally run the place out in Halifax, or probably the Dartmouth one.
Dude, well,
He's fucking frozen again. Shit. Oh, now he's back.
oh, dude. Yeah, I was just saying I'm on stress leave.
Yeah, he's on stress leave. So when this is all over, catch him back there. Help, like, you know what?
I'm on stress leave collecting that CERB, baby. Dude, it's literally more money than I would, even after taxes. So I've been putting money away for taxes, CERB. It's
I
more
made
money
more-
than I was getting paid.
I
And
made more money too.
yeah.
I
But
feel-
in my defense, I live with my grandmother. And if I
Nice.
was working at Costco and then coming home to my grandmother, it's a bit much.
You know what? I have a bunch of guys who also live with their grandmothers too, and it's the same thing. I understand. And I cut my grandfather's grass every week, and I don't want to mess with that too. So I try to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
Costco is lame. Fuck Costco. I don't want to be sponsored by Costco. I don't care
No.
how good they are to their employees.
No, I don't care. I don't care for that.
Thank you for having me. I feel like we had a great conversation.
Yeah, man. Me too. This is probably the longest interview I've ever had, and I'm more
was
than
long?
happy. Yes, I'm so happy
So
though.
much. It was so cool. Like, park when me and Olivia were there and shit, and like fucking hung out and chatted and shit.
Yeah, man. It was nice to have you back in this area, my neck of the woods. That park is me and my buddies skate that all the time. It's the best park around here.
It was so sick. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so
man.
cool. That was like a great time in my life, like going, seeing you and shit. And I can't wait to get back. Stay strong. Nova Scotia strong. You know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nova
yeah.
Scotia strong. Black Lives Matter strong. Everybody's strong, man. Like Black
Black
Lives Matter
Matter.
strong.
Defund the police.
defund the police and stay strong. Fucking just spread the love too, man. Like love. Just stop
Learn,
being stop
love,
being
laugh.
yeah.
Literally
stop.
learn, love, laugh. I used to go into bathrooms at girls' places and they would have like learn, love, laugh on the wall. I'm like, oh my God, lame. But you know
It's
what?
more
That's what we
than-
need to do right now.
That's so true. I bet you Wayfair and Leon or IKEA, they're probably making a bank off of all those now because all the white fucking women and all the white privileged people need to learn, laugh, and love about Black Lives
Exactly.
Matter.
You know what? I'm going to take it to the extreme because of how much money these huge companies are making. Fucking defund the
Yeah.
bro.
Fuck that. Defund fucking all that. Defund them all. Black Lives Matter. I love my
Because
boy.
if you're a trillionaire, that means you can give everyone in the world some money. So you should just do that. Whatever. Fuck that dude.
And then couldn't you still be rich?
Yeah, it's so fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All right.
Fuck Jeff Bezos. I love you.
I love you.
Get a Tesla
Everyone check your
sponsorship.
stuff. You're gonna see him all the time. You'll see all of his tags and everything. Mitch, I love you to death, man. Finish your
Fucking
drink.
balls of fucking rose, motherfucker.
Finish your drink.
My grandmother kind of helped me with one bottle, but I drank the other bottle by myself.
And this is another notification that if you live with your grandma, make sure to always mark your bottles.
That's right. Scotty doesn't know how to mark his bottles, motherfucker.
No, he does.
Peace
Love
out,
you,
G.
dude. Peace,
Love you
dude.
so much. Peace and love, bro.
Oh, perfect. You know what, Renee? We can use this time. I'm going to set up the reading. Because right now it'll be a whole thing. They won't even see us. They don't even see us. Wait, it's cold down here. They're up top. Why did I do? Okay, and we're back. And this is another reading from John Dillinger's story. Last episode we left off halfway through because it's a long one, okay? I'm not sure where we left off, but if you remember, you remember. Several weeks after Dillinger's growing with no target. Oh, I remember this. Here we go. This is where we left off. Dillinger's trademark flamboyance, including wearing dapper clothes, smiling a great deal, and athletically leaping over countertops while holding the populace at bay during bank robberies. Him and his gang made a point of saying please and thank you, and of holding doors open for ladies in the course of their crimes. They're taking little breaks to be like, hi, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting us in. They felt like Lucky Luciano, that the world was of working for a living for crumbs. It was, of course, a sign of their own weakness, as they could not bear the light constraints of normal human behavior. And then it seemed on January 25th, 1934, that John Dillinger and his gang had done their last illegal acts. Tucson, Arizona police officers captured the Dillinger gang without firing a shot. Their hotel had caught on fire. A fireman carrying out heavy valuables noted that one of the suitcases was extremely large. Opening it, they found it was crammed with weapons. Quietly, the police rounded up these gun-toting guests one by one. John Dillinger himself was transported to a new jail at Ground Point, Indiana, which was built to be escape-proof. Oh, they're setting this up for something nice. While its physical plant was no doubt secure, the frailty of the human judgment allowed the killer to escape. Dillinger somehow obtained a razor blade and a block of wood and proceeded to carve a fake pistol. He literally whittled a fake pistol in his cell to make it seem like this is great. So with the application of shoe polish, his gun, with the right amount of intimidations on Dillinger's part, could be mistaken for the real thing. So he took a shoe polish, made it black, like painted over the wood, right? He held his jailers at bay on 3rd March 1934, fake pistol in hand. He stole Sheriffs Lilly and Holly's car and fled across the state line into rural Illinois. Haven't a lot of these guys been from Chicago? We have family there. Maybe we're part of it. Maybe we're part of the gang. Up to that point, he had in fact been a candidate for extradition to a number of states, but he had not been wanted by the FBI as he had not yet broken a federal law. When he fled across the state line and was in a stolen car, however, the FBI eagerly came in on the case, and Dillinger's days were numbered. Dillinger, just taken a few days, assembled another gang of outlaws already. Literally gets out he has a gang, goes to jail, gets out of jail, gets another gang. Seems pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Resilient or resourceful. Nice. We got it. Dillinger, within a few weeks after his escape from Crown Point, the new gang robbed Security National Bank in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The day before the robbery, a gang member came to town, spreading rumors of movie filming that was to take place the next day. Therefore, while the robbery was in progress, the citizenry gawked at what they thought was a Hollywood production. The illusion ended when Babyface Nelson killed a policeman. Remember, he was with Babyface. And if you guys are avid SDK listeners, you would know that Babyface was the first, and he will go down as the first reading. Not long. You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. The illusion ended when Babyface Nelson killed a police. And that is another episode, another reading. And thank you for listening, if you made it this far, because I know this is going to be probably around... Well, right now we're recording at 35. She said I look dumb. God damn it. Do I look okay now? Thanks. I just need validation. Yeah, we're about 35 minutes now in, and I'm just going to let you guys go. I'm going to let you sit on that. I'm going to let you soak up everything you saw and heard today. This will be up on SoundCloud. This will be up on YouTube, and this will be up on my website. Please check it out, and please do your part, because Black Lives Matter, and if you don't think so, fuck off. And that is Scotty Does Know. I know, now you know. Thank you.